Well, hey there, American Farmsteaders. This is Jenny with the Granstead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American farmsteaders doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you'll grow a little food of your own.
Yep, and this week we are kind of all over the place, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
As it is
Surprise,
summer.
surprise.
And it's summer.
It's summer, so I feel like I've been utilizing my summertime pretty efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't done a whole lot of work outside in the garden, but
Right.
I've been saving those garden chores for the evening because it's just way cooler. So
And it doesn't get dark till like 9.
I know I don't go out there until 8:00 at night.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so everything's a little bit different than usual.
Yeah, it is. So we've had these really long, hot summer days, which has led me to I need to organize my house.
Yeah, so here in the South, we don't do spring cleaning because spring means we're outside.
That's right.
And then summer comes and it's freaking disgusting. There's no other way to put it.
It's true.
And yeah, I don't want to be outside at all.
No.
So yeah, I'm also spring cleaning. I'm summer cleaning.
Yeah, so that's been a good feeling to do a little bit of clean out, especially coming off of our busy season with convention and all.
Right. And the spring garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's been nice to get things a little bit more organized and settled a little bit better.
Cleaning out. That's what I've been doing. Organizing, cleaning out. I actually looked at my seeds today.
Ooh.
Because I'm also cleaning up.
Right.
So I still have seeds scattered around my dresser and everything nearby where I keep my seeds.
Right.
And I had to put them away, and it gave me a minute to kind of put hands and eyes on what do I have, what do I need. So I've got a little idea.
Yeah, this is a great time of year to do that, especially coming up with the fall garden prep. It is a good idea to kind of see what we have for seeds. And I know that before spring gardening came, I totally sat here and said, I'm going to organize my seed drawer.
You didn't, did
and
you?
I have not done that yet now.
Because it wasn't summer cleaning time.
Right. But the other day I opened up my seed drawer, and I love to save seeds. So if I have the opportunity to save seeds, I'm saving seeds. And so the other day I opened up my seed drawer, and I have a plate sitting inside my seed drawer just with seeds on it. Nothing's labeled.
Do you know what kind they are?
No, I have no idea.
Are they? Is it different kinds?
No, it's all some sort of squash seed. But
Okay.
my first thought was, oh, those are my acorn bush squash that I got from Haas.
Okay.
And no, it's not that, because those are on a paper towel on my island.
With a name written on them?
No,
Oh,
I
no,
just
you
know
just
that those
know.
are the ones.
Okay. So it's another probably summer squash. Winter squash.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
It'll be a fun surprise. Do you plant winter squash this late for fall? Will you do that?
No, I'm not putting anything in right now. If I do put anything in right now, it would be okra.
Okay.
Or maybe some more zipper peas. But really,
it's kind of late for okra.
Every 2 days, I'm out there picking a dinner's worth of zipper peas. So
Nice.
I may or may not plant more of that. But I did pull in one of my last, how do you say it? Kiwalo tomato? Mm-hmm. That we got from Seed the Stars. Is that how you say it?
Kawalo.
Okay.
I don't know.
I pulled one of the very last ones in that I'll probably get off of those plants and saved some of those seeds. So
Cool.
Which again are on my kitchen island on a paper towel, unmarked.
Cool.
But I think that's what I'm going to plant for fall.
Why don't you just write on that paper towel super quick before you forget? This is what
No
that
way.
is. No way.
No way.
All right.
That would be too structured and too organized.
Well, speaking of fall garden and getting ready for the fall garden,
Yeah.
we are getting ready for the fall garden. And I know it feels like that's impossible because it is 100 degrees out, but fall is coming.
And it's the best time to garden in Florida.
It is the best time. My favorite part about it is a lot of the pest pressure's gone. It's not gone.
No.
There are pests and there is disease. There's less disease, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're not fighting that 100 degrees over and over and over again. And so for that, I'm thankful.
And it's so much more enjoyable just to be out there.
Just to be out there,
You can
yeah.
actually work and not die.
Yeah. Dying's not good.
No.
So we are going to start by looking at our Clyde's Garden Planner. And you can get these off of our website. They're super affordable and super handy. There's so much information on them, and we've talked about them in depth before, so I'm not going to do that. But we are referencing this to figure out what are we getting ready to start.
Yes.
So one thing to keep in mind with the fall garden, I will say in the beginning, is that when we talk about how many days to harvest and how many days for germination and all of that, but harvest specifically, those are under prime conditions, right?
Right.
And that's also considering like as the days are getting longer, and your plants know that the days are getting longer or shorter. And so you may need a few more days, a little bit more time in the fall garden harvest than the spring garden.
Yeah.
So,
and if you're like me, you don't really pay attention to days to
yeah,
harvest.
I really don't either. I mean, like I will write down, this is the day that I sowed the seeds and this is when I'm trying to expect it.
Right.
But, I mean, I don't know. Like if a green bean takes 55 days, it might take 65 days.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the Clyde's Garden Planner, anybody can use it. It's good for any location. And I mean, I feel like for us, it's pretty good. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
is.
it's fairly accurate. So it's a sliding deal. And so there's a spring side and a fall side, and you just kind of scoot it over to either your first or your last frost date. And it gives you a whole list of things to plant, when to start them, when to put them in, and when you should be harvesting them. So for us right now, first on the list is definitely tomatoes.
Yes. My best tomatoes are fall tomatoes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And as long as we don't get a frost early, which I think happened either last year or the year before, I had a ton of green tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even a frost, your tomato plants can withstand a frost if you cover them. They won't withstand a freeze. So if
Right.
your temps get down to 32 or a hard freeze even lower, you're probably going to lose the plants. So you'll want to pull those fruits off first before that happens. But if you're just expecting a frost, which can happen up to like 40 degrees, I think, then cover and the plants will be fine. And especially in the South, like if I don't know if like northern South is anything like Florida, we get that first frost and then we're right back up into the 80s for a while.
Yeah.
Before we ever see a freeze.
Right.
And
So it's that one incident that you need to plan for.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you can manage that, then you'll have the best tomatoes ever.
Yep. And peppers. Peppers, you got to start them early. They take such a long time. I feel like they are babies forever.
Yeah.
And they take a long time to germinate, too. I mean, some of these
Yeah.
peppers will take 15 to 20 days to even germinate.
Yeah.
So they take a long time.
Yeah, if there's a pepper that you didn't plant already. See, my peppers are just now like really getting going for this
Yeah.
year. And I don't have any that lasted from last year. I didn't overwinter any peppers this time like I did the prior year. So like if I had, I would have already had a bunch of fruit come in. But these
Right.
are all new annual plants. And so I've had a bunch of fruit, but not like established plants would have given. And so, they'll kind of like taper off through this hottest part of the year and then they'll crank back up in fall. So if you can keep them going through the heat.
Yeah.
But then again, if there's something that you didn't get started and you really want it for this year, now's the time to do that.
Yes, which leads me to, I saw Seed the Stars has a new pepper.
What is it? Is it hot or sweet?
It's a sweet Italian.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice. I like that.
So I think I'm definitely going to be picking up some of those.
Okay.
To start.
Okay. I have to shop their website a little bit. Yeah, so peppers, like you said, tomatoes, like you said, eggplants, they take longer. I feel like even longer than peppers. I don't think that I've ever started eggplants for a fall harvest other than those that I had started for spring.
Right.
You know, just keep them alive, keep them going.
Yeah, I don't hardly ever do eggplants anyway.
I was thinking of all of those nightshade things that
Right.
that take a little while.
Right. So another thing coming up, I mean, not near as soon as your tomatoes and your peppers. So what would you say? Maybe like late July, early August, cauliflower, broccoli,
Your brassicas.
cabbage, all that. And some of those take a little while to get started too. So start them early and just make sure you don't put them out while it's still hot.
Right. Yeah. You'll want to start those under lights or in very little light. You can start them outside if they get mostly shade. Just a little bit of light. Put them out for a little bit. Bring them back in.
Don't forget them.
Don't forget 'em. Yeah, I think I'll start mine under lights in the shed like I normally do, just to be safe. I have a rat problem in my shed though.
See, that was my whole problem when I built this little greenhouse and all cute and, thought it was going to be great. And I just, the mice and the rats, like anytime I would ever start anything in there, they would just demolish them. So I don't use it anymore.
So it's not productive at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, I need to take care of the rats. We're going to war with them actually right now is what's happening. We didn't have much of a problem. The cats did a pretty good job at keeping them at bay, and we're down to one cat. And she thinks now that she's the lone survivor that she must live in the house.
Oh.
And so I keep kicking her. I mean, we'll let her in for like a little bit and then we kick her out. But she's not taking care of rats. She's getting some gophers out of the yard, which is great because they will wreck the garden too. But she's getting birds. Like, leave the birds alone. I don't want that. And frogs. Again, I don't have a problem with frogs. Go get the rats. That's why we got the cat.
Right.
So I don't know. Got to handle that situation.
Yeah. So what's your plan for like prepping for the fall garden, like as far as your beds? Like, I mean, I know that we're not going to do anything outside right now. It's all about starting the seeds right now,
right,
or in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, starting the seeds inside, giving those a chance to get up and get going until it cools off just a hair. And then what's your game plan for your garden? What are you doing to like reset?
So pulling out old stuff, getting rid of disease, getting rid of anything that's dead. I cut most everything. I don't pull it out. I leave the roots.
Right.
So it's all about building soil.
Right.
Right. And so I will layer up some stuff and then cover it over. That's my main plan. Except for like the beds that have the peppers and the eggplants that I want to keep going. I have some with flowers that I don't want to let go of yet.
Right.
So those, maybe a cover crop will do in those. I will layer some stuff in still,
Yeah.
We are, actually, we have a digging project on our property right now, and I'll just leave it at that. So we have some extra dirt, and, it's fun. It's fun to like dig deep down and see the different layers of soil that you have on your property. And it's like on our property, it's different from the front side as opposed to the back side. The front is all sugar sand, but the back has like some loam to it. And so I'm going to add some of that into my beds, I think, and top them off.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'll continue with my push lawnmower collector of dead leaves. That's one of my favorite things to do. I found a farm that sells organic hay. It's just expensive, so I can't afford to like buy it all the time for my cows. But I can use it in the garden without fear of grazon contamination.
Right.
So I might do that too.
Yeah. Just a forewarning.
Okay.
I used to be a very heavy hay user in my garden.
Yeah.
And I grew a lot of hay.
Oh, right. Right. So, yes, if you don't put it, you have to put it really thick, first of all. And then second of all, you do have to stay on top of pulling weeds.
Right.
As the seeds grow. Yeah, for sure. But they pop right out.
Yeah.
If you stay on top of it.
Yeah.
They pluck right out. So I'm actually really excited to be able to put that back in.
Yeah.
Chicken manure is going in. All kinds of, whatever I can throw in there is going in. Getting it ready before we plant.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how my beds look underneath probably a third of my garden. I planted like, I don't know, let me see here. If I could take a guess, maybe 10 Puerto Rican black bean seeds.
Oh, right.
And it literally took over like a large portion of my garden.
You mentioned that last week.
Yes,
that's exciting.
I am calling that my cover crop.
I love it.
And so, yeah, like you said, I will just be cutting those at the root and just letting it stay in place as a mulch, as a green mulch. So,
yeah. I'm leaving a lot. Like the watermelons that aren't producing melons anymore, I'm leaving the vines because they might go
Yes.
again.
I have 2 watermelons now.
Yay.
I walked in there the other day. I was so surprised. And one of them is already probably this big. And it was the first time I've ever seen it.
Nice. Yeah, that's how all mine were this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only picked one, but I still have another 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm excited about it. But I'll leave the vines even because they may get a second go once the temps cool a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
As long as, vine borers don't take them out or something like that.
Right. Well, and like you said, I haven't, knock on wood, had any problems with vine borers this year. So hopefully they'll stay away.
Yeah, really odd. I've never had a year that we didn't have vine borers ever. I don't know what happened this year, but we did not have any problems with those at all. I don't know what the deal is. The only thing different that I can think of is I got a bunch of spent mushroom base. It's not compost. It can be composted down to make mushroom compost, but it's basically the medium that a mushroom grower grows in. And I added that to all of my beds, and that's the only thing I can think of that's different. So I don't know if it had anything to do with no vine borers or not, but I'll take it.
Did you ever identify any of those mushrooms?
No, and I didn't use any either because I was afraid. Because I did ask him. I ran into him actually in town, the mushroom farmer I got it from. And I asked him, can I send you some pictures? He's like, oh, yeah, no problem. And I said, well, what do you grow? And he said, oh, gosh, we grow, I think he said 25 different things. And some of them are just edible, but some of them are medicinal. So I was scared to eat medicinal mushrooms, without knowing. I don't know. I'm not on any medication that I would be afraid of, contraindications?
Contraindications,
Thank you. But I just still, I just didn't want to cook with them or something and, cause somebody a blood pressure drop.
You sound like you're somebody who's scared of canning, Donna.
I know, because it's unknown. It's the unknown. That's what canning fear people are. It's their unknown. But so the mushrooms are my unknown.
Okay.
Yeah. I was afraid to try anything, but they were beautiful when they were growing in the beds.
Yeah.
And I would think, do you narrate your farm? This is what these animals are saying to each other.
No,
sometimes?
my husband does that.
Okay. Well, so I'm the narrator of our farm. And I go out and I talk to my mushrooms. And I imagine, as we do research for blog posts and all of that,
right.
We know that fungi talks to each other in the top layers or even in the deep layers of the soil, right? And there's a network, right? And the plants feed off of the fungus because the fungus tells them this is the good nutrient and that, so I kind of had a little mushroom puppet show happening in the garden. I narrated. And so the mushrooms all talked to each other and they were so pretty. I just didn't eat them. So I did a couple of times I would pluck some and spread them, break them up and spread them out throughout another bed just to try to maybe that spawn will take care of itself over there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think
see.
that's cool. If he ever brings you more and you don't want it, I will be happy to take some off your hands.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'll get more from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to talk to him anyways. I think he'd be great to have on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah.
So enter the struggle on starting seeds, okay? Because you know how it is. You have all these seeds. You have all 25 varieties of tomatoes. And
right.
It's really hard to not start too many.
Yeah, you get excited.
You do. You get excited, and then you end up with all these different varieties and hundreds of tomatoes.
Yeah.
And it's what are we really going to do with all of these?
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. So do I need to buy tomato seeds? Probably not.
I know I don't.
Do I want to buy tomato seeds?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Of course. Well, no, I will take that back. I do need to inventory what I have for cherry tomato seeds. And the one Everglades that I got from you, the thing is huge, but I was almost thinking for fall, should we be cutting those back and letting them regrow for fall?
I don't know. I'm just leaving mine so far.
Okay.
If there's disease on them, I'll cut that off. But
I
other
mean,
than
mine-
that, I'm just letting them go.
I mean, mine's big. It's pretty scraggly looking. Like it's not blooming anymore, anything like that. It's just too hot. So I was thinking about maybe cutting it back and seeing what happens.
That's not a bad idea. Do you only have one Everglades plant? Oh, okay. So I have a couple.
I mean,
so I can experiment a little bit. I can cut one and leave one. I know a bunch of fruit dropped. I know there's going to be volunteers.
I had a ton of fruit drop on that plant.
Yeah.
So next year it's going to be like out of control with Everglades.
Love it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm going to try it. And then the other thing that I need to get busy pruning are my fruit trees. Because now, like right around summer solstice, it's kind of even a little late almost. Now is the time to prune your fruit trees if you don't want them to become giant fruit trees.
Right.
So
Yeah.
grow a little fruit tree. It's a good book.
I need to specifically cut my mulberries,
Me too.
and my blackberries are going to get a heavy prune. I had a visit from our department, our state department, Ag and Consumer Services for my milk license.
Right.
But the inspector happened to be a big blackberry grower. And
Nice.
super knowledgeable, super helpful. He came out to my garden, looked at all my berries. I mean, like inspected the berries for me, gave me some tips. And so there is a disease that some of my plants have. He said it's super common. Orange felt disease.
Okay.
And if you look at your canes, it'll be on your older canes, those that grow berries. So like last year's canes, it's this like orange that grows along there, and it's an algae basically.
Okay.
And the only thing that kills it is extended periods of cold temps, like low enough temps. So like they don't get it north of here.
Okay.
Because if they do, it gets knocked out, and then they won't see it again for several years. So he was telling me, like, your blackberries you really only get good growth out of them for about 5 years. You'll get decent berries you'll still get some berries for up to 10 years, but at that point you really need to take them out. They're just going to be
Replace
space
them.
hogs. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, like we're 4 years.
I was going to say, you're almost there.
And those plants we moved from our last house.
Right.
So they were,
Haven't you moved them twice?
I've moved them once.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. They didn't do really great this year, but we also didn't prune them at all. And I didn't feed them at all, which is also like the first thing most like professional growers ask when I ask for tips. Like, oh, you're a blackberry grower? Like, tell me what I'm doing wrong. And they're like, what did you feed them?
Nothing.
Oh,
I mean, I have to feed it and pay
I'm not
attention
good
to
at
it.
that with perennials. So I'm trying to be better. So they need to be fed. They need to be pruned. But yeah, he told me, he's like, just completely mow them down. Just completely whack them back this year. And so that's what I'm going to do. Okay. We'll see what happens.
So did he say like when you're supposed to do that?
After they fruit.
After they fruit. Okay. And you're still getting blackberries?
On a couple plants, they're about done. Some of them were done like 6 weeks ago. Most of them were. But then I have a couple that are a different variety, and they are late bloomers. So the last berries are coming on. I mean, it's not enough for me to like really go out and like do a big picking. So I'll grab a couple here and there
Right.
and snack on them in the garden. Really, the birds are getting them. So, but I have a bunch in the freezer. So
Nice. Nice.
yeah, it is good. So yes, pruning. You're right.
Yes.
Do that.
I do.
But also feed them.
Yes. Yeah, I've been really trying to stay on top of the whole like perennial thing. Like, okay, yes, like you actually have to water them.
Yeah, yeah. You actually have to feed them, water them, take care of
Because
them.
we've had no rain.
No, I know.
No.
It's so weird.
It's been so dry out there. I mean, I normally have nice green grass in the summer, and we're usually mowing like crazy, but we have not had to mow a whole lot.
Yeah, us either. And even like when this whole surrounding area does get rain, it misses us. I don't know what that's all about, but
Right.
it stinks.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yep. So yeah, look at what you need and don't overdo it, right?
Or overdo it.
Or yeah, just for funsies. I want to try to grow some onions from seed this year, and so now would be the time to do that also.
Have you ever tried that before?
I have. I've tried it a few times, but I haven't been like serious about it.
Right.
I haven't stayed on top of thinning them or watering them, or like if you don't, like if the soil dries at all, they all just shrivel up and die like in no time. So
So how would you do that? Would you do that almost like you do with your tomatoes, where you like seed a whole big tray and then you pluck out the yeah. Okay.
yeah, like cluster them.
Right. And so by the time that they're big enough where you would get them as like a set, you would be breaking them all apart and then planting them out.
Right, in
Yeah.
like November, December.
Okay. How long do they take?
Forever.
Do they?
Like now is the time to do them. So June,
So
July.
do them with the tomatoes.
Right,
Tomatoes and onions, they go together anyways.
right. And then celery is something in the South you can start now indoors.
I have never grown that before.
I have, and I did it wrong, and I learned a lot. And
What did you do?
I tried to keep it alive in summer. It doesn't like the heat,
Oh, okay.
yeah, at all. So I would say start them now and baby them indoors, and then put them out in winter, like with your brassica things,
Okay.
in late fall, early winter, and then they'll take off in the spring when the days start getting longer in early spring, and then when it gets to be summertime again, it's not happy. Not here. So, and I think variety really makes a difference in stuff like that too. Like
Yeah.
finding yourself a good heat tolerant variety. I can't remember what I grew for celery. If I can find my notes, I'll put it in the show notes. 'Cause
If I can find my notes.
I'm not making any promises. Is basically what I'm saying. I'll do my best. I did my best.
That's our motto.
That's all I can think of that I'm doing for the garden.
Yeah, I've got a couple of beds that I'll probably clean out and tarp that are looking a little weedy. I've got some mulch that I can put out once I get things cleaned up. I've got dog fennel to mow. I hate dog fennel.
It's so terrible.
It's so awful. I mean, it literally takes over. So I've got some dog fennel in my garden that I've got to deal with, but I try. It's like a literal jungle out there right now, like literal.
It's wild.
It's wild out there. And so I just have to keep reminding myself, like, what the fall and the winter garden looks like. Like, it'll come back. I get discouraged when I see, like, the dog fennel and the overgrowth and then it's too hot to do anything about it. But it's like that every single year. I get discouraged. But then fall, rolls around and it always cleans out relatively easy. I'm always kind of surprised, like, oh, all right, that wasn't that bad. And now we've got a clean slate.
And then you're inspired.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how that works.
And then I'm going to grow all the things, and I probably won't eat half of them.
Okay, so real quick, because we're like 30 minutes in. We were talking about this idea of running an efficient homestead.
Right.
And so, I mean, that's kind of the idea of where we're going when we say, like, do I need to buy tomato seeds?
Right. Like really honing it in, really being honest with yourself. Like, do I really need those 100 tomato plants?
Right.
Or it might even be 10 tomato plants. Like, are
Right.
you really going to use that many tomatoes?
And if that is what you want, then planning ahead for, then I'm going to need to deal with the harvest. Like,
Right.
letting them rot on the vine is not productive.
Right.
Even bringing them in and letting them rot on the counter is not productive. Like,
No.
don't waste your time doing that. Don't waste the food.
Right. And it is. I mean, because these things take time. And so that's essentially what it is. It's a waste of time. And I know I'm totally guilty of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we all are to some extent.
Yeah. And for the last couple of years, I've really said, you know what? Maybe I'm going to grow a smaller garden. Maybe I'm going to like really hone it in. And I did this year. I only grew 6 tomato plants this year. And I didn't feel like I had enough tomatoes.
Right. I was going to ask you, how'd that work out for you?
Yeah, no, I don't feel like I had enough tomatoes. So that was kind of unfortunate.
Right.
But now lesson learned.
Right.
But yeah, honing it in and really like making it to a workable size where you can do this well, you can maintain this well. And, maybe it's not going to become so overwhelming.
Right. Right. And you can carry that through all parts of your homestead,
Absolutely.
not just the garden, but and with the homestead as a whole. Like, what can you do excellently? It's going to be less
Yes.
than doing all the things so.
Yes.
Right?
That's right. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with doing less, doing it better.
It's funny because when you jump in and it's like the homestead bug bit
Yes.
and the hive started spreading.
And you go all in.
You want to do everything, and there's something to be said about being willing to try everything, but also understand that nobody can do everything. I mean, unless you have a very large family and everybody's all in.
Right.
Everybody's working at it every day. That's the only way you're going to be able to do.
Right. But let's be honest, that's not really usually how it goes. It's usually, the mom that's at home the majority of the time, tending the garden. Yeah, husbands might help on the weekends or in the evenings, but
Right.
generally speaking, which is how we got our name.
Right. Like we got to figure it out on our own.
Right.
And so, and we're in the place, you and I, like where our kids are grown.
Right.
And really couldn't care less if we had a garden or not.
Right. And I mean, they're still around. Like if there's a big project and we need their help, sure, they'll come help us. But it's not the day to day. So
No.
it's really figuring out what you can do on your own, on the day to day, and still do that well.
Yeah. And that really answers that big question from women that we see a lot of how do you get your spouse on board? Well, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be dragged into anything. So,
No.
I'm not looking to drag my husband into something that he's not interested in.
Right. Right.
And like you said, he'll come and help and do the things if I need. He's my muscle. So I always say,
Exactly.
he's the project man. He's the muscle. He's got the
Exactly.
carpentry skills. And so,
Right.
if I need help or I want something, he's all in to make me happy.
Right. Or if we need help building something, we just start it ourselves. And then they're like, what the hell are you doing? That looks that's not square.
Square.
And then they take over.
Who needs square? I just need it to hold stuff. Yes, exactly. That's the way to do it, for sure. So yeah, just do what you can do on your if you're facing that, do what you can manage that you can do well, and don't try to add all the things at the same time.
No.
Recipe
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the last thing I tried to build by myself, but I can't think of it. So,
Yeah, mine was probably a lean-to on my greenhouse. And it was totally not square at all. Not even a little.
yeah. I don't know what I tried to build. Right now, my garden shed's it's half done.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It just needs siding, honestly.
Yeah.
It's somewhat sided, but we got distracted by other projects.
By the digging project.
The digging project, for sure. Yeah, that's fun.
Well, good luck with that.
Yep. All right. Well, anything else for today?
Nope, that is it.
That is it.
I'm going to get back to organizing the inside of my house while it's 500 degrees outside.
Yes. Yeah, I'm done with Satan's breath or something.
Right.
I don't know what's out there. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's hot. All right. Well, y'all try to stay cool and start looking forward to your fall gardens coming soon.
Yeah, start planning on what you're going to start.
And maybe set a goal for one thing that you're going to try to do excellently in the next season.
Nice.
Good?
Yep.
Until next week.
Later, y'all.
Bye.